Welcome to Be Feminine, a space where we explore the depth of human emotion, the power of the mind, and the quiet strength that lies in softness. If you're someone who values emotional intelligence and inner peace, you're in the right place. Have you ever been told to toughen up? To hide your emotions? To stay quiet when your heart was screaming for connection? In a world that often rewards stoicism and emotional silence, being open, truly open, can feel risky. But what if vulnerability isn't a weakness at all? What if it's one of the most courageous things a person can embrace? Vulnerability is not about spilling every secret or wearing your heart on your sleeve without boundaries. It's not weakness. It's not fragility. Vulnerability is the willingness to be seen, to be known, and to be real. It's the quiet strength to say, "This is who I am," without knowing how others will react. That kind of openness, raw, honest, and unapologetic, is what builds real human connection. Psychologists have long studied vulnerability, and one thing is clear: the more we hide, the more disconnected we become, not only from others, but from ourselves. Emotional avoidance might protect us in the short term, but it keeps us from truly experiencing life. We numb the pain, but we also numb the joy. Think about the last time you truly opened up to someone. Maybe it was a conversation where you admitted something difficult. Maybe you asked for help. Maybe you shared a memory or a regret. It probably felt scary at first, like standing on the edge of a cliff. But afterward, maybe you felt lighter, closer, understood. That's the power of vulnerability. It builds bridges where walls used to be. And here's the surprising part: people respect vulnerability more than we think. When we are real with others, it gives them permission to be real too. Our honesty becomes a mirror that reflects their own unspoken truths. In relationships, romantic, familial, or even professional, vulnerability deepens trust. It turns surface-level interactions into meaningful moments. But embracing vulnerability doesn't mean ignoring boundaries or oversharing. True vulnerability is intentional. It's about choosing to show parts of ourselves when we believe it matters, when it serves connection, growth, or healing. It's about being mindful, not impulsive, soft, but grounded. Men especially have been conditioned to see emotional openness as something to avoid. Generations have been taught that strength means silence, that real men don't cry, don't doubt, don't feel afraid. But that outdated model has caused generations of emotional isolation and inner struggle. The truth is, strength isn't about being untouchable. Strength is about being able to touch others with your honesty, your empathy, and your truth. At any age, it's never too late to reconnect with your emotions. Vulnerability can become your greatest tool for healing, especially if you've spent much of your life holding it all in. The courage to open up, to let your guard down even just a little, can completely transform how you relate to others and to yourself. We live in a time where authenticity is rare, yet deeply needed. People crave connection, but are afraid to make the first move. Vulnerability is that first move. It says, "I see you and I want to be seen too." It takes strength to face yourself, to sit with uncomfortable feelings instead of distracting yourself, to express what hurts instead of pretending it doesn't, to ask for support instead of suffering in silence. These are not signs of weakness. They are signs of incredible emotional maturity. When we embrace vulnerability, we also embrace imperfection. And that's freeing. We stop striving for a mask of perfection and start accepting ourselves messy, complex, human. And in that space of self-acceptance, growth becomes possible. Relationships become richer. Life becomes more meaningful. So if you're struggling with the idea of being open, start small. Journal your feelings. Call a friend and say what you've been holding back. Let yourself cry without judgment. Let yourself feel joy without guilt. These are simple yet powerful acts of courage. Being vulnerable doesn't mean your life will be without pain. but it does mean you'll be living it more fully, more honestly, and more connected. Remember, you don't have to have all the answers. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to be real. That's more than enough. If this message touched you, you're not alone. Vulnerability is a journey, and here on Be Feminine, we're walking it together. Thank you for spending these moments with me today. If this resonated with you, please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing this video with someone who might need to hear it. Your support helps this channel grow and allows us to continue creating thoughtful, soul-nurturing content. Until next time, stay open, stay grounded, and never be afraid to be human. This is Be Feminine.